I am joined now by the man who you know from League of Gentlemen, Inside Number 9, and now he's in London's glittering West End in the West End premiere of the Olivier Award-winning play The Pillar Man. It's Steve Pemberton. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So now you are deep in the throes of rehearsals?
Yes, we've got a couple of weeks until the first preview, so we've done 3 or 4 weeks. I can't remember now. It's all a blur.
But okay, let's go with the play first. So this is Martin McDonagh.
Yeah.
And I assumed Martin McDonagh, they'll all be doing Irish accents. But no, this play is not set in Ireland.
No, not at all. It's set in an unspecified corner of Europe in sort of a totalitarian regime. And it's really about an investigation. There's been some murders, and I play a detective. One half of a good cop, bad cop duo. And we're interrogating a writer to see if there's any link between the writer's stories and the murders that have been happening. So you don't know where it's set. You don't even know when it's set, but it's certainly not set in Ireland.
And the idea is that, so the murders are in her books or their books?
Yes.
Or her stories?
In the stories. So they're kind of a little bit Grimm's fairy tale type stories that she's written. And some of those Grimm's fairy tales are pretty dark. I mean, we know the Disney versions of them, but, you know, for example, in Cinderella, in the Grimm's fairy tale version, the ugly sisters actually cut their toes off to try and fit into the slipper because they're so desperate to marry Prince Charming. So I think Martin's tapped into the darkness of those stories, and that's what we're interrogating as the policeman.
Because the publicity makes it look like it is a very frightening show. Is it frightening, or is it kind of like...
It's everything. It's very funny. As long as you like a bit of dark humour, which of course I do.
Yes, you do.
And it's unnerving. It's quite dark, yes. But Martin's writing is so clever. If anyone's seen any of his movies, for example, In Bruges or the Banshees of Inisherin, or any of his other plays, he walks that tightrope between, you know, you're laughing 1 minute and then he shocks you the next. So I think it's a great, great play.
And Lily Allen is in it. And so they've rewritten it for her, or they've just said that character's a woman now?
Yes, basically done a kind of quick change, he for she. Yes, the script, which is, you know, many people's favourite play. It's not been tampered with as a script, but the character traditionally, in the boring vanilla version of it, is
Yawnsville.
I know, right?
Stupid.
Is played by a man, and it puts a different interpretation on it. So I can't imagine it any other way now. We've done it with Lily.
Because you were in this play, you were going to be in this play before.
Yes, 2020 it was scheduled for, and then for obvious reasons, all of theatre got sidelined, and I didn't sit reading it every week thinking, well, you know, one day. But I did say, when, you know, if the opportunity comes to stage it, I definitely want to be involved, because you don't get writing as good as this very often.
And how far, had you done a reading or anything the first time?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'd met Matthew, who's the director, Matthew Dunster, and I'd met Martin, and we'd had a brief chat about it, and they'd asked me to play it, and tickets had gone on sale, so there are some people out there who've been holding on to their ticket from 2020 who finally will get to see it.
Oh, at least you didn't start rehearsing it, because that would have been worse.
Yes. Oh, I had friends who just opened in plays and did 2 performances and then they were never done again. I had a friend who was playing a huge role at the RSC in a production that never ever saw the light of day. So we're very lucky. I think they made a sensible decision. Don't open it until we can all sit together in a theatre.
Yeah. And that idea, because you write so much for yourself, what is it like? I know this is Martin McDonagh, and but there still must be bits where you're kind of like, oh, I think, should those words be slightly different?
Well, Martin comes to almost every rehearsal.
Does he really?
Yes.
Oh, back off, Martin.
That opportunity is not quite there. No, I mean, it's, like I say, I do genuinely love the play. He has very specific sentence structures, and you've got to get commas, italics, pauses, very strange, ways of expressing yourself. And you've got to learn it right. The worst thing as an actor is to learn it wrong and be told at the last minute, oh, by the way, you're saying little boy, it's just boy. So I'm really trying to... That's why I brought the script with me now. Any car journey I'm on, I have to go back into it and make sure I'm getting...
I don't think I've ever interviewed someone who's brought the script in with them.
Well, because I thought you were going to say what's it about, and then I was going to say it's about 2.5 hours, which is one of my favourite jokes. But I thought I could just read the back of the script in case.
There you go. But you did it. You knew it. You knew what it was about.
I have done some work on it.
Yeah, you're all about it. We must mention Inside Number 9. Has this season finished now, or is there one more?
Yeah, the last one went out on Thursday night, yeah.
That wasn't the Lee Mack one, was it?
No, that was the week before.
Did you write it knowing that would cause that furore? Explain what happened.
Yeah, well, basically, we wanted to write an episode which the story happened within a quiz show, so it would look ostensibly like a normal half-hour quiz show fronted by Lee Mack. And we had a story going through it, but we didn't want people to know it was an episode of Inside Number 9. So we created a false episode, which was like a Trojan horse, and it was pulled on the night, and we showed this quiz show. So a lot of people weren't sure if it was real or not. And we definitely wanted the first 10 minutes of it to be fairly anodyne, and we didn't know who the presenter was going to be, so we didn't write it for Lee specifically, but he came on and worked so hard on that script, and it caused ructions.
Yeah, because people really fell for it, and then there's quite a violent thing happening.
Yes. I don't want to give it away, but there is quite a mind-blowing, shall we say, finale to it. And some people had tuned in halfway through or just had it on in the background, didn't really realise it was anything other than a quite sort of harmless quiz show. And then this act of violence happens in the soundproof booth. And they, according to the clickbait websites, the BBC was flooded with complaints. I don't think it really was. I think people enjoyed the... It was called 3x3, so if you had the association with Number 9, 3x3, a lot of people worked it out from that.
Get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great fun. It was similar to a wheeze we pulled when we did our live episode, and we created a false thing, and it broke down live on air. So... yeah, it was great fun, and it was great. I watched it going out on social media rather than on the television, because that was where the fun was.
Yeah. And like those ideas, how long do you kind of give yourselves to come up with because you've got to keep it. What's extraordinary about it is that you're starting fresh every show.
Yes.
You never give yourselves the luxury of kind of like, oh, should we just use those characters again? Should we do that again? They were good.
I know, that's the hard thing. I mean, the joy of it is you can do anything. And so if you have the idea to suddenly do a quiz show, you can go ahead and do it as long as you can afford it. No, that one I went to see Reece in Chichester where he was doing a play, and we had 2 days together. And at the end of those 2 days, we knew we had to come up with an idea because we were running out of time, and we went through our books, we went through all our notes, and we just stuck with that idea. We said, look, it'll be easy, just come up with a load of quiz questions, the first half will take care of itself. And yeah, we gave ourselves about a week to write that one. And
did you also come up with a quiz format? I mean, can you sell the quiz format?
We could. We've had some opening offers. The quiz, people pointed out, there were some errors in the quiz format. Give us a break.
But look what happened. Focus on the big thing. And in terms of being in front of an audience or doing those sort of shows, where's your pleasure from? Like, when you're doing Inside Number 9 and you're not getting that immediate... I mean, yes, you're on social media getting that sort of reaction, but being on stage is a very different thing. Which pushes your kind of pleasure buttons?
Yeah, good question. I mean, increasingly, I do love the writing, actually. The solitary, away from everyone, just me and Reece, coming up with the ideas. There's such a creative rush that you have, as you must know yourself, when you crack something or when you come up with an exciting idea. I haven't done a play in 5 years, so I have missed that live element. And I think, I'm just lucky that I've got all these different parts of my career and different options. Thursday night, I was doing the Rocky Horror Show in the West End as the guest narrator.
Oh, wow.
And being plugged into a musical was incredible. So I don't play favourites. I just feel very, very fortunate that I can have a good variety in my working weeks.
Did you get your legs out at the end?
I didn't. I'm afraid. Philip Franks did. But no, there was... they had a lot of the original cast. It was a special gala night for Amnesty International. And they had Little Nell there. Patricia Quinn was there.
Yeah.
Raina Burton, the original Rocky. It was a really fun night, and I enjoyed it. But it was just an example of the randomness of what what things you can do on a Thursday night.
But now you return to the West End in The Pillowman, pillowmanplay.com. That's where you can find tickets. It's at the Duke of York Theatre from the 10th of June till the 2nd of September. Are you going back to rehearsals now?
No. Got the rest of the weekend off. I shall be looking at my script in the car on the way home.
He really is.
I am. And back to it on Monday.
Is your director listening to this? Is this...
Probably.
He better have that script with him. He does. He does have the script. The Pillowman in the West End. Thank you so much, Steve Pemberton, for coming in to see us. And good luck with it.
Thank you so much.
No, God. So nice to talk to you.
Come and see it.
I will. But is it too scary for me?
No, not at all.
Sure. Will I spill my Maltesers? I don't want to do that.